Ladies and gentlemen, single men and single ladies first, hey, make sure you visit that .com right there, the destinyapp.com. We are growing, we are moving. Got some big calls and meetings coming up about Destiny, which is the Destiny app. Your date with destiny. Get on over there. If you single, you intentional. This is a matchmaking app. This ain't no dating app. This is a matchmaking app. So get on over there. Wanted to talk to you about this here because this is something that a lot of times we don't think about. It's something that never really comes up, so to speak, but it is something that's creeping up on you when you get in a relationship because you have these type of relationships that can get stagnant. And what I mean by that is the relationship can be one of the most dangerous relationships because it's not bad enough to leave, but yet it's still not good enough that you should be staying. And remember the human condition. Humans are resilient. Humans are tough. You can endure a lot. So for you to leave, it take a whole lot. It takes a whole lot for you to have to leave. And that's where you get yourself in trouble because it's not that bad. And I'm gonna tell you, as toxic men, what we do. Well, and I'm explaining from my past and seeing how this thing worked is what we would do. Y'all forgive me, I gotta turn on my messages on here just so if somebody write me something important, I could get to it. What we would do is we would take this one of my players right now. See what this about. What we would do is we would take and we would do enough bad. We'll do enough bad, but then we rinse it with the good. So good, 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 bad. Good, 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 bad. And as long as the good outweighs the bad, you forget about the bad. The bad hurt, the bad sting, but it get washed and rinsed with the good. So it becomes an emotional roller coaster, but the dips that drop your heart to your foot, they spaced out. It ain't so emotional that your nervous system is messed up every day. So you might have a whole good week. And that one bad day is really equivalent to 2 good weeks. Like that one bad day, it hurt so bad that it feel like you done been being hurt for months. But then just 2 good weeks refill you, replenish you. Now, I'm sure there's labels and stuff out there for it. I'm just explaining the behavior and what happens. And those are some of the most dangerous relationships because it traps you. And we as humans, we know how to do it. And the thing about it is, men and women do it. Like, gaslighting don't come with a gender. Manipulation don't come with a gender. It's toxic on both sides. Men and women are guilty of emotional manipulation and emotional and people want their way. People want everything to play into their hand, and people want their way. And it's not fair, but it's real. It's real, and it happens. all the time, every day. And so what you got to realize, you got to really look at the relationship and you got to ask yourself, is this relationship hurting me? And when I get hurt, how am I being hurt? And the hurt that I'm feeling, is it cuts that you can't see? Or is it cuts that you can see? Or is it both? So there's a different weigh scale and pay scale when it comes to emotional wounds. So let's say the person you're with, they curse you out. They curse you out. It's just a normal curse out. You know, why does such and such you did that? You so such and such, this and that. And it hurts your feelings. It hurts your feelings, but coaches done talk to you like that. Parents done talk to you like that. It's like, you're a big boy, you're a big girl. You can handle it. And so you think. And so that's one type of a bad day. On the other side now, your bad day could be you find out you being cheated on. And you literally was cheated on, physically cheated on. Or it could be emotionally cheated on, verbally cheated on. It could be you was lied to, you was stole from. It could be you stonewalled, silent treated. And so it comes in different forms, different packages, and you have to create a scale of what does it feel like? How bad does it hurt? What you going through? What you dealing with? And that's really what you want to think about, because that's really what you want to think about. Because that's one of those situations where it's gonna hurt you. And here's the thing that I think a lot of people forget. You could be conditioned to pain from your upbringing. So some people cannot feel it unless it hurts. And that's what you got to take into consideration when you're thinking about this, because if you look over your life and you're like, okay, I went through this. Like, it's people who literally were physically violated as a child. It's people who were evicted as a child, who was homeless, who was physically abused. It's people who their mom was their op. Their dad was their op. Their sister, their brother, their uncle, their auntie, like a family member was the person who was their enemy, was the person who hurt them. And that moves the goalposts for pain, the threshold of pain. It changes. So the thing, what happens is a lot of people are secretly suffering and silently dying because they're in a relationship that hurts and doesn't serve them, but it's not as bad as their childhood was. So they don't register it as fight or flight. They don't register it as beyond the point of return. They don't register it as something that is detrimental to their mental, to their psyche, to their body, because they've seen worse. They've experienced worse. And that right there is where you got to be careful. I saw online, I can't remember who it was. And that's why I said, boy, everybody is not supposed to give advice. A lot of people don't understand, like, you got to have a lot of references. It was a celebrity or somebody, and they were like, tell the person the most traumatic thing. Oh, it was Sarah Jakes. Sarah Jakes Roberts, Torrey's wife. She was being interviewed by somebody. And it was like, what's the relationship tip or rule or something? And she said, tell the person the most traumatic thing you've ever been through. And then like ask, are you still carrying that today? And have you healed from it? And that is not good advice. And I understand what she's saying, but a human is not God. If you tell a human the most traumatic thing you have experienced, you just told them how far they can push you. And they will bring you to within 1 inch of that most traumatic experience that you ever had, because you told them how much you can handle, how much you can tolerate. So if you were the R word as a child, you don't tell your partner that. You tell your therapist that. You tell God that. Because what is the point of telling someone something that they can't do anything with? You're giving them knowledge, and 9 out of 10 people will use that knowledge about you as ammunition against you, because you're not dealing with God, you're dealing with a human. And that's why I try to tell y'all, and women don't get this. And anytime I say this, it's always women in the comments saying, Tony, shouldn't you be completely open and honest with your partner? Shouldn't your partner know everything? I want to know everything. Let me help you understand why you want to know everything and why you want to tell your partner everything. Because you are a nurturer. You are a healer. You are a receiver. You are a mother. A man is not you. A man cannot do what you can do. So you want a man to hold space for you and create a safe space for you the way you say you want to do for him. But what you don't realize is majority of women also weaponize a man's past against him, his pain against him. You've seen the videos and you've seen the thing where the woman tell the man, that's why your daddy left you. That's why your own dad didn't love you. That's why your mama left you. That's why your mama didn't love you. That's why your mama died. That's why your HO of a mama got AIDS. And I, as a relationship coach, have heard that more than enough times. I done had men on the phone boo-hoo crying because they told their woman that their mother went through this or went through that, or their sister went through this or went through that, or that they went through this or went through that. And then the woman weaponized it against them. For the man, a lot of times it's not verbal. A lot of times for the man, it becomes physical. So if you tell a man that you was brutally boxed by your ex, guess what? He know now, oh, let me just use an open hand. Let me just use a backhand. Let me just choke till blue. Because the ex used the closed fist and threw blows like Mike Tyson hit Robin Givens, she said, because me and her was on the same show on Oprah. We was on there the same day. She said Mike Tyson hit her with a punch so hard, I think she said it lifted her off the ground and she flew into the wall. So now, let's say Robin Givens went to her next relationship and she told him what Mike did to her. That man, he now know, oh, child, you could take a punch from Mike Tyson? Oh, you definitely could take this slap off me then. And if she told us her whole story, she probably tell us the next man abused her. Why? Because he was armed with information that he shouldn't have had. Because that information is for God. Only God could heal you. Your therapist can't heal you. Only God can heal you. Your therapist can help you. Only God can heal you. Point blank period. That's what you got to realize. So you got to understand that this right here, you got to be careful and you got to really look at it. And so here's the thing. Now you got to be real though. So here's the thing. You got to ask yourself, where do I want to be in a relationship? Where do I want my nervous system to be? How regulated do I want to be? And what treatment do I want? That's what you got to ask yourself. What treatment do I want? Now, this is the next thing. You got to ask yourself, where is the reference for what I want? And you have to be real with yourself now. This a personal job. This an inside job. You got to be real with yourself. So if I said, hey, in a relationship, I want head every morning, and I want 3 hot meals a day, and then I want sex every night. But the reference is a poor man's Sexy Red was on Instagram, and she said on her video, I literally saw this video. There's a real video. It was a regular sister who looked like a broke man, Sexy Red. Meaning, if Sexy Red is for a rich man, y'all got to Google it. For those of y'all don't know who Sexy Red is, she not red, she brown, but she call herself Sexy Red. Why? I guess she want to be red. And so this sister looked like a broke version of Sexy Red. And she said she give her man head every day. For those y'all don't know what head mean, that mean oral sex, slobbing on knobs, singing on the microphone. She say she give her man head every day, and she think a woman should do that every day. That's asinine. That's absurd. That's I'm telling you as a man, that's disgusting. Like, you swallowing kids every day. The man got bacteria too. The man could have ate something the wrong way. You don't know what's all in there. So you're gonna have throat cancer. Like, it's just dumb. Like, that just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And she wasn't even talking about no husband. She talking about a boyfriend. You see what I'm saying? So if what you want in a relationship comes off of an internet reference, then you're delusional. If you basing what you want in a relationship based on what you heard on the internet from somebody who is not a seasoned, vetted, verified professional, you're delusional. And so now you're setting an impossible standard for your relationship, and you're going to fail. Your relationship is going to fail because what you're asking for is not humanly possible. It's not logical. So you have to really be mindful of that. I saw a lady on the video and it went viral or something like that. And I wrote her and said, hey, praying for you, wishing the best for you. I was about to give her unsolicited advice, but I said I ain't gonna do that because I hate unsolicited advice. And so I said I ain't gonna give no unsolicited advice. But the video, she was saying like, what it take to be with her. And she was saying, she like flowers all the time and it got to be over 50. I just got my over 50 flowers. I just got my wife flowers yesterday. It was 12. It was 12 of them. And it was $125. So it's like, man, what are you talking about? Then she said her girls come before her man. Girls' night always gonna come before her man. Okay, you gay. If that's how you feel, you don't want to be a wife. She also say she don't want her man around her all the time. Long distance is her best friend. Ma'am, you want a woman. Like, just come out and say you want a woman. Like, what are you talking about? You're a lesbian. Like, you better off saying you're a lesbian than putting all these stipulations on the man, because you ain't gonna get nothing but Jeffrey Dahmer cousin, Ted Bundy cousin, and he gonna be stealing your feces and putting it in the mail, selling it on the black market or something. Like, he just using you. He giving you money and he doing all this, and he not in your hair, but he's sleeping with 450-pound third generation billionaires in Dubai, men, and coming home bringing you that fecal bacteria. You keep wondering why you got a UTI every other week. When your man come and y'all sleep together and then he go back the way he come from, it's because of the stipulations you put out. It's unrealistic. Like that makes absolutely no sense. But guess what? That came out of this woman's mouth. She's a conventionally attractive woman. And guess what? It was women in the comments saying, this woman has it figured out. No, she don't. She about to get dogged out. She about to get treated worse than a stray dog. Or she gonna have to be alone for the rest of her life because of what she put out there into the universe. And so you got to look at what you saying you want, and you got to be realistic. And if you've never been in a relationship, a real relationship that had success that lasted, then you don't know what's realistic. Like a lot of people don't know that sex every day is not realistic. Like if you want sex every day, you have an addiction. If you have the time, the desire, and the energy to have sex every day, that's an addiction. That's not even human. Like it's something wrong with you. I'm here to tell you, as somebody who is healthy, as somebody who is sexually active, somebody who is a man, somebody who think about sex every day, but don't want to have it every day. And it just not realistic. And I'm in the minds, the heart and minds of thousands of people through the work that I do. So if 99% of people said they want sex every day, and I realize I don't want sex every day, can't have sex every day, ain't got the energy to have sex every day. So if I realize that, then I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm a 1%er then, and I'm the one that's not normal. But I'm talking to thousands of people, and they're saying I could honestly do what I says. Like I could live without it. Like I'm cool. Like I'm not like that on that. I ain't on that like that. And I'm like, okay. I keep hearing this. Then you hear this small sector of people that say they need it every day. And they'll say it out loud and they'll say it online. That's further sign that you're crazy. That something is off, because that's your personal business. So what you telling us for? You are an anomaly. You 1 out of 1,000. And you could have kept that to yourself. And so that further lets you know that somebody is off, or what they'll say publicly. And so that's what you have to realize. So you got to ask yourself, what I want in this relationship. So I seen, so like today, my wife, she was doing some extra talking. You know, she was doing some extra talking. You know what that told me? I said her nervous system is regulated. Like if she's tired, if she done been running too much with the boys, she more quiet. She'll be more quiet. And that may last a day. You know, if we had a disagreement or a rift, she may be quiet, you know, a little more quiet. As she processing and she figuring things out, as she making her decisions or what have you. That's human nature. We all like that. Like if you can have a disagreement, if you can have a argument and you right back normal the next hour, you're different. You're different. You, whether it be good or bad, you're different, but it ain't normal. And so it take most of us time to regulate our nervous system after an argument, after a disagreement, after confrontation. It take us some time to come back down, to get back regular, to get back normal. Like I'm a man, and I know as a man, we are like sexual creatures, we physical creatures. But if my wife and I have like a disagreement, like a argument is what some people call it. I don't like to use that term because I just see argument as like yelling or something like that. But if we have like a real rift, I don't want to have sex. I don't want to have sex for a couple of days, because I realize like, oh, this is mental for me too. Like they say it's just mental for the woman. No, it's mental for the man too. Like, you done made me mad. I'm upset. I don't want to touch you. No, I need to regulate my nervous system. Now, I do also recall times where I was feeling like Neo when you're mad, and you get a little aroused in a little bit of a heated altercation. You just and that back and forth, that energy could be a little bit arousing. And you see that on the movies when they be arguing or whatever, and then that thing, you know, they ripping each other clothes off. And so it just depends on what you're talking about. What you talking about is it some playful banter in there? If you know somebody really trying to antagonize, but almost fighting back, they smirk because what they saying in the argument, and then somebody crack a joke in the middle of the argument or say something sarcastic, and it's like, I'm trying to be serious, I'm trying to be mad, and now you done inserted our inside joke on me. And you could go from wanting to be mad and argue to turned on and making love. And so it just not one size fits all. So you got to look at your relationship and you got to say, okay, what do I want? And the reference has to be from your heart. It can't be from what Tony Gaskin said online. It can't be from what R.C. Blake said online, from what this random person said online. It have to be from your regulatory system, from your consciousness, from what you want. But it can't be based in codependency, can't be based in dependency, can't be based in childhood trauma, can't be based in pain and being jaded or none of that. It has to come from a place of peace, a place of stability, a place of confidence, emotional regulation, emotional security, emotional intelligence. And that's where you decide, okay, so if I'm from that place, I would say to myself, I'll say, okay, in my relationship, I want honesty, I want transparency, I want trust, I want communication, I want respect, and I want love and affection. When I want to be affectionate, I want it to be reciprocated. When I want to be intimate, I want it to be welcomed and not shunned. But now here's what I have to do on the flip side of that. On the flip side of that, I got to say, okay, in order to receive that, what do I need to give? So I need to give every single thing that I want to receive. So what we'll do is we'll say we want all of those things, but then we'll be distant or rude or snappy or inconsistent. So we exhibit those things, we do those things, but then we want intimacy. Don't go together. So we distant, we rude, we snappy, and then we try to make a move for sex and we get shut down, and now we the victim. Now we crying. Now you don't want me, you never want me. But we didn't think about, we've been rude. We've been critical. We've been throwing shots. So how is her nervous system going to be regulated? How is she going to feel seen and heard and loved and respected if we've been criticizing everything about her, everything she do and don't do? She feels attacked. She feels under the microscope and wrongly judged, wrongly accused. She don't feel sexy. She don't feel desired. She don't feel loved. She don't feel appreciated. But then we want her to open her legs after being criticized all week. And then now that she don't welcome it with a big smile and open arms, it's like, oh, what you won't do, another woman will. Oh, you don't want to give sex? I'm gonna show you. And now we the victim. And this flip is not vice versa. Flip it, put on the woman's side. I'm just speaking as a man from the male perspective, what we do. But for the woman, it could be the other thing. It might be a woman want a man to get her flowers or give her some spending money for her hair and her nails. But all she want to do is take. All she want to do is receive. She ain't thinking about what he need. She ain't cook him no meal. She ain't did nothing for him. She ain't showed him no real respect or affection or time or attention. She want to spend all the time with her girls. She want to have girls' night all the time. She want to be long distance. She don't want him to call all. So she not making him a priority. She not making him feel seen, making him feel wanted. But then she want 50 plus flowers. And she's claiming to be expensive and she want a bunch of money spent on her. But don't want him around. And want to spend more time with her girls than she want to spend with him. They don't go together. Because at that point, you just a taker. In anything you want to receive, you got to be willing to give. It got to be equal or greater. So that's what you got to realize now. Hey, and well, listen here now. We went on in. Now y'all got to realize when I talk on this right here. I could talk for 4 hours. I could talk 3.5 more hours on this right here. Going deeper and deeper and deeper. I just stay shallow where you can understand it, where you could get it and get it easy and digest it. But you got to understand the wisdom God gave me in this space. Second to none. It come from the Lord. And if you listen and what you don't understand, you got to listen again. Don't argue with me in my comments. I know what I'm talking about and I got the results. Listen again. When you don't understand it, listen again. Listen till you understand it. I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. I don't say nothing out the side of my neck. Everything I tell you, you could take it to the bank and cash it. Everything I tell you, because it ain't me speaking. This wisdom come from above, because if it was me, every 42-year-old man will be talking how I'm talking. So understand the difference of when somebody's speaking through purpose and what has been bestowed upon us, than when they just speaking outside of their neck. So listen to what I'm telling you. Get it in your spirit. Digest it. Then walk in it and watch what it produces. So hold the line. Have standards. Require reciprocation. But also be willing to give as much as you want to receive. So, hey, it's Tony Gaskin. God bless you. If you are single and intentional, make sure you visit the destinyapp.com. It is free. There is a premium level. You don't have to go there if you don't want to or don't need to. And also remember, we still building it. We in the early stages. We got a lot of good big calls coming up, but we in the early stages. We getting things going. And so go ahead, get ready now and get on there. It might take a little time for you to meet somebody on your level. So when you fill out the onboarding, don't do it at work. Don't do it when you tied up. Do it at night. Sign up at night when you got nothing else to do. If you drink red wine, get your little glass of red wine. Fill out your profile thoroughly. Don't embellish. Don't make up nothing. Don't lie, because it's matching you based on your answers. So know yourself and be real about it. If you know you don't go to the gym, don't tell no 3 to 5 times a week lie, because you're going to be matched with somebody who really go 3 to 5 times a week. And then they see you and they're like, you don't look like you've been in the gym in 3 years. What you talking about? You go 3 times a week. What are you doing in the gym? And so now you done wasted a match. So tell the truth where you at. Because if you don't go to the gym, you'll be matched with somebody who don't go to the gym. So both of y'all could not go to the gym together. So Understand that right there now. This thing is highly trained to match you. So get on there. Tell all the intentional singles you know. Get on there. We building it. We're going to become #1 in the world. The #1 most intentional matchmaking app in the world. And there's other apps being released right now. Ours is still better because it's based on 20 years of experience from an actual relationship coach and matchmaker. So the components that our app has are necessary components. It's other apps that don't have the components, and they trying to do the right thing, but they don't understand why that component is necessary, because they're not real matchmakers and relationship coaches. So there is no other dating app founder with my resume and with my experience. So what we continuing to develop and what we're going to be bringing to you and giving you is based on high level, real, intense data and experience. And it's like none other. So we still developing and making it better and better and fixing the bugs as they come up. If a bug hit, don't go put it in the comments trying to hurt our movement. Send the email in on the feedback form. It's like, boy, Negro be shooting ourselves in the foot. Like, you already see we ain't got nothing. What you in the comments hating? Talking about, oh, it got a glitch. It got a bug in it. That might be your raggedy phone. You know what I mean? Like, send an email. We trying to build. Then you will, hey. But hey, this on the gas and get your life together. God bless you. Keep your head up. Keep going. All the important links in the description. We'll talk soon.